Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to a lunchtime live mini stream thing. I still don't have like a specific name for this yet. I keep jumping around lunchtime mini streams or lunchtime lives or all this sort of stuff. I have no idea, but welcome anyway. We're going to be doing some OpenTTD. And at the moment, I'm just saying welcome for the people on YouTube because I've just gone live. Usually for my longer streams, I have an intro to give people a chance to get here before we then crack on. But with it being lunchtime, we just get straight into it, and then everybody arrives. So I'm just going to shout out in Discord, actually, for OpenTTD live now. There we go. Just in case anybody over there needs to know when they've missed the other notifications. Keith's here. Hello, Keith. Good afternoon. Welcome. I'm going to carry on from where I left off last live stream. We got Dynamosis. That's wrong. Sorry. Over on YouTube. I've also opened up the wrong save, so I've accidentally opened up my my Series 6 Let's Play, my YouTube one. But what we want is a live Let's Play, which we're on Series 7, Episode 3 now, live stream 3, not episodes. Here we go. And pop. Fantastic, there we go. So hello and welcome to those of you who are watching now. Here we are in the game that we're currently operating. Now, if I remember correctly, this we're on the up. This company has recently started doing quite well. It was making some money, then it jumped up a little bit. I think that's maybe when we expanded the rail network, and now recently it's jumped up again. I think that's because we've started putting more trains on the network. So, game's currently paused. Let's unpause that. Let it run. So we've got buses in all of these towns to help them grow. Not this one, because Tringfing Hill, they hate me. They don't like me. But I hope everybody's having a good day. I can see DJ Eggs here in the chat over on Twitch. Hello, DJ Egg. Welcome. DJ Egg was one of the people that was doing our Daisy live stream with us last night, and that was an interesting stream. I popped onto the server before I started work this morning and had a look. It was night time. I turned the generators and the lights on, and it did look pretty cool. So we're going to open up the station list, and we're going to sort it by total weight in cargo, just to get an idea of what stations might be busier than others. Oh my goodness, we're only interested in train stations right now. Thank you very much. There we go. So this Brandon on Sea Central, the strangely named town, is the most popular one there. DJ says Daisy was fun. Daisy is fun. I don't know when we'll be doing more Daisy. Maybe it'll be a lunchtime stream again. But the short version of the story is that we've started a new base and we're building it, and it's going to be awesome. So I think what I'll do is I'll just move these stations over here. Now the thing is I think we need to overfill our stations with trains, because the ratings, well, here they're very good, but they were lower. Let's have a no. We don't want to rename that. Well, actually, we probably do. 64. So they have gone up. The ratings have gone up. They're doing much better now. We put more trains on it. Oh, Twitch as well. I'd rather watch on here. YouTube seems to buffer for way too long for my liking. Well, you've got the option. I was thinking about streaming to other platforms as well, but I'm not so sure about that. We'll see. Right, so these towns are growing nicely. The houses are going across there. They put nice bridges across this diagonal, but they didn't put a bridge there. I might be able to sort that out in the future. Do we want to expand the network? Probably. Can we find somewhere nice that we want to expand to? Ideally, we want a place that is at least 1,000 in population. Like Tunway. That would be a good one to do, because we can have it come straight down here to the tracks, and we can actually put a junction in. Although let's just hide the trees. There we go. Ideally, we'd want a train station right here. so that we get the, well, or there, so that we get the coverage of this side of town. I mean, ideally, you want the train station there. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. The problem is, they're not going to like that. We'd have to delete 3 pieces of road and a house. Let's do it anyway. We'll start with a house. And we've done that. Now let's find out if they'll let me build a railway station. They did. Now this station will need expanding in the future, and I'm just going to try and save some land. So we'll need to get all this bit of land here. I want to stop them building that bit of road because I want to be able to adjust the land around here later as well. We're going to have to get rid of a few buildings to expand this station. But we'll just do this for now. It's cheaper than buying land. There is maintenance on it if you're playing with maintenance, but we're not playing with maintenance, so that's okay. There we go. Fantastic. J-Bay's here. Hello, J-Bay. Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon, everybody. So this is going to be a smaller, much simpler station, and we're going to T-junction it down to this. Looking at this line, I think I'm going to be able to just go straight. Yeah, we're going to go straight. But I'm not going to do a simple T-junction. I'm going to do a medium complexity T-junction. Also, I don't like this, where land kind of comes down at 2 different steps. I mean, there's no reason not to... there's no reason to dislike it. I just dislike it. Honzaskyo, hello, over on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. We're going to work out how I'm going to connect this up. I think we might need to pull this bit of hillside here back a little bit. We've got plenty of money. We've got 2k in the bank account. There we go. We've got something a little bit more level to work with. Now, I think it'd be quite nice for aesthetic reasons. Let's get rid of these signals. They're all in the way. I'm going to redo the signals around here. We'll put a nice junction in. So, ooh, that's not nice. So if I do that, that's okay. But it doesn't allow enough room for us to go underground for trains to come this way. Nudger's here on Twitch. Hello, Nudger. So, how are we going to do this? I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to have a slip. We're going to put a little off ramp here, so that that can connect up like that. That should give us enough room to build a tunnel like this. We'll have a sharp corner on the tunnel here to bring it like this, and we'll just flatten this down like that, and the next bit as well. And we'll have an on-ramp kind of coming out like that. Then we will need a bridge to come over here like this, and that is going to have to connect up over to this somehow. Now originally I've bridged over here, but I wouldn't normally do that. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of those bridges, and we'll actually remove these diagonals. We're going to rework this bit of track. Quick. There we go. We're going to rework this bit of track. Put in the original bit down here. We need to get rid of a little bit more river. Have we got any back? We haven't got background music. Where's the OpenTTD music? Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, I had to make a change on the stream last night. So if I do this, I mean, it's not very loud, but there we go. You should be able to see it now. Your Dog's here at Jasper and the Gaming Yeet. Hello and welcome. Right, so let's just fix that up. And we'll fix that. Oh, is there not enough room for me to... If I click really fast? No, there isn't. Okay, so we're going to have to remove that signal. Are we going to have a train crash? I don't think we're going to have a train crash. No, we're not going to have a train crash. There we go. So that's fixed that bit. That's upgraded that. And this bit, we can just do this. It works. Jobs are good. And then either we can... No, we're not going to go straight down there. We'll have a wiggle. And... I kind of want this bit up here to be symmetrical, but I don't think so. Sing us a song. I'm not going to sing a song. I want my YouTube ratings to go up, not down. Neil's here on Twitch. Hello, Neil. Welcome to the stream. Neil also part of the Daisy shenanigans last night. Okay, so we're going to remove and sort out these signals that are around this new junction now. I'm aware that I've put a new station in, and I'm working more on the junction than anything else. So we should be able to put a signal here and here. And then... signal there and there. That looks good. This bit's going to need some sort of signal. It's that one, so if we spread that back and maybe probably put... Actually, we're going to need a signal there as well. Perfect. Follow that down, switch that over, and hang on a minute. Have I done them on different sides of the lines? No, they're all in the middle of this in this Let's Play. J-Bay says, did you wreck more than one car last night? I didn't wreck it. I broke it. We're going to fix it. It'll be fine. Daniel Jansen says, how come so many games from the 90s like this still seem to be good and better than games today? My voice is going. What's going on? Let me go find it. Good question, Daniel. I don't know. There is a lot of good games that come out today. I mean, if you look over the last few years, we've had some fantastic games like FTL, Prison Architect, Transport Fever, all of those sorts of games. What else have we had? Some other stuff, I'm sure. And they've all been very good. They've all been very good. This bit here, we need a signal there, and we need to remove that signal and that signal. And there we go. Should all be... Oh no, this bit of the track's wrong. Why is just that one bit of the track wrong? What? How? What? No, go away. Oh, it's just one signal. There we go. I must have accidentally clicked it at some point. I thought the whole bit was wrong. Neil says, the emphasis on modern games is on style, not substance and playability. Nudger says, gameplay over graphics is one reason. That's very true. JB says, you get good games and then you get Daisy. Oh, alright, JB. I get it. I mean, there is one thing that I'd like to highlight as well, is that games used to be for gamers. Not many people had access to computers that could play games, and not many people played games. Now, more and more people play games. I think there's probably more people that... if you ignore, obviously, the very youngest people and ignore older people, the kind of take the middle section, I would say most people, or a good number of people, have either played games or do play games. And because the games need to be accessible to a wider audience, they very often lack the depth that games used to have, and the complexity, because you have to have games for people that are nice and simple, that they can just pick up and easily play. And another thing is today's society as well is it's much more fast paced. I remember in the when we used to play games, you used to sit down for a day and play a game with your friends. Now you don't do that. You get on your phone, you might play a game on your phone for a couple of minutes while you're on the tube, or things like that. It's the way we play games and who plays games has changed a lot, and that's had an impact on game design. The mobile industry has ruined games, that's true. I feel it's had, well, not ruined, it's definitely had a negative impact. Anyway, let's get some trains. I can't put my depot here. Well, actually, no, they refuse to. I'll temporarily put my depot on the other side. Now, hopefully, they don't hate me because I've just realised I need to put buses in. Yeah, they don't like me. How much don't they like me? They think I'm appalling. Okay, let's get some trees in. Let's get some trees in. We'll put loads of trees there, loads of trees there, loads of trees there. Do they still think I'm appalling? No, they think I'm poor, and that's good enough for me. We'll get some buses going. Buses help to grow the town. We'll put one there. What? What? I put one bus station in, and all of a sudden they don't like me. How infuriating. There we go. I was speaking to a friend of mine actually today about how things have changed, and I'm a bit older than they are. I think I don't know how old they are. I'm going to guess. Oh, you know what? I should know how old. It slips my mind right now, but I would say 12, 13 years older. And I was telling them how when mobile phones came out, me and my friends, we were 16 when we got our first mobile phones, and you could call somebody and you could text people, but text costs money, and a good bit of money, and is that it? You know, they really dislike. Okay, let's get a service going that might help them like me. You could send pictures, but it would cost a lot of money, but like 50 pence, something like that. So yeah, it was very different. And if you wanted to download a song, you would be waiting somewhere between 15 minutes to an hour, maybe more, to download one song, not just stream it. There it is. Okay, let's clone that vehicle. We'll have 2 vehicles to start, and then when the town doesn't hate me, we'll come back, add the rest of the vehicles in the other stations. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll just get which train are we going to have? It's got to be the Willis. Much more better reliability and a little bit faster. Now these trains down here, which ones are they? Are they older ones or the newer ones? They're the newer ones, okay. And what am I doing? Am I putting 2 mail vans on? Yes, and how long are they? It looks like they're 5-ish in length. Okay, so let's get a bunch of passenger carriages and 2 mail vans. I don't know why I'm making the train shorter, but apparently I am. There we go. So let's say we're going to go to this place, and then we'll go down here, just as a kind of, I don't know actually. Or should we make this so that they visit multiple? Interesting. Oh, Stefan says Snake for the win. I remember Snake. Fantastic little game. What's going on here? Okay, new vehicles. I'm clicking the wrong button. That's what's going on here. Okay, so there we go. We've got a new vehicle. And mail van. Cool. So, what was I saying? Yes, so it took you a long time to actually do that sort of thing. And when me and my friends, we used to play things like Command and Conquer, Tiberian Sun. Absolutely fantastic game. I'm going to do more about that game in the future. It's really good. And we used to have to dial up each other's modems and play like that. I think I'll just start with these 2 trains. And you couldn't use your landline whilst you was playing on the internet with the computer. And I think it cost per minute. So, why are the capital A's and O's in your dialogues looking weird? There is a bug in OpenTTD 1.10 where it doesn't display this font properly. It's not a custom font, it's just not the default font. Have you ever played SimCopter? No. JB, no, I haven't. Well, we've got a new station in. Looks like we've got 2 trains already going, and we've got people racking up. With the placement of this station, I'm expecting that we're going to get a lot of passengers here very quickly. Frederick says my first game was Red Alert. Red Alert was a game that I have played, but it's not one that I've played like regularly, or to any particular length. Yeah. Tiberian Sun was my Command and Conquer. Daniel Jansen says, if an electric train is moving north 100 miles an hour and the wind is blowing west at 10 miles an hour, which way does the smoke blow? There's no smoke, it's an electric train, Daniel. You can't fool me with that. Okay, things look like they're going well. Tringfing Hill is actually growing quite nicely. I'm still very poor. I wonder if I can squeeze any more trees in. 12 grand on trees, and now they think I am good. Fantastic, we can get a bus service in finally to help grow the town. Okay, let's put 1 there, here. Well, we need 4 in total. There, that'll do. Depot there. New vehicles, bus please. We'll have 1. We say to the bus, go here, go there, and then go all the way back round and afterwards. Just go around in circles, and we'll get you some friends. And we've got shared orders because I was holding control, and out they go. There we go. Jobs are good. And your first, hang on a minute. So it's not your first Command and Conquer game, Frederick. It was your first game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have mentioned about my game's history in the past, but I'm going to quickly run through it. That music seems a little loud to me. I'm going to knock it down just a little bit. So I started out on the ZX Spectrum, Spectrum Sinclair, I think it was. It was a tape-driven computer for your TV, and I played things like Horoscope Scan. I think there was a Postman Pat game on there, Harry Attacks, and then from there I moved to the Mega Drive. I had a Mega Drive 2, and I played a lot of Sonic 2, and I played a lot of Cannon Fodder, Micro Machines, all those sorts of games. Fantastic stuff. Nudge is right. Depends on how the electricity is generated. Coal power stations would produce some sort of emissions, but it's true. But I think the UK is pretty much coal free at the moment. What else? And then, yeah, so and then I went from the Mega Drive. So then with the Mega Drive, I think I then went to PC games, and that is roughly the sort of time where I started getting into OpenTTD. Although back then it was just TT. It wasn't even open, and it wasn't even TTD. It was this. Transport Tycoon, and I don't even think this is a first edition because this one says and World Editor. So, and I've got this out before on a stream, but I'm just gonna have a quick look again because it's got everything in here. Because this is how games used to come in a box. Manual. Transport Tycoon and World Editor. Microprose, yeah. Introduction. Transport Tycoon. Oh god, you know what? I've never read this before. Let's see what it says. Transport Tycoon began life in October 1992 as a vague idea. I thought I would perhaps make a good game, inspired by many hours of playing Railroad Tycoon. I envisaged trains, buses, lorries, aircraft and ships travelling around a vast detailed 3D game world. A full world of action with towns growing and attracting, with industries being built, even trees and grass growing and dying. The aim of the game would be to transport cargo and passengers and make money by delivering towns to towns and industries. Wow. There's a bit more here. It says, due to other commitments, it was the end of 2003 before I had developed my ideas. This isn't me. This is the book. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's quite good. By early 2004, I had the game running for the first time with Simon's high-resolution graphics. I'd lost track of Simon. Simon Foster. He helped with the graphics by the looks of it. Servicing, breakdown, subsidiary services, company sell-offs, prototype vehicles and monorails were all added right towards the end of the game. After nearly a year, it took him a year's full-time work to make the game, the original game. Wow, there you go. There's a bit of information I didn't know about before. Hey, did you check out Rise of Industries? I've got it in my Steam library. I haven't had it. It's one of those games that every now and then I get somebody saying, "Hey, Rise of Industries," and I was like, "Right, I better buy this." Because I get a comment, I get people asking, and yeah, it's it never got round. If I recall the original, they didn't have maglev. I'm not quite sure about that. 1930. What are you talking about? 1930. So yes, I've got Rise of Industries. I'm going to have going to play Rise of Industries at some point, but I didn't get round to it. Okay, let's see. We've got a new follow. So Phantom Engineer, thank you very much for the follow. Let's see how well oh my goodness, we've got a new railway locomotive available. And we've got quite a lot of money in the bank. And no loan. Our company is doing well. Let's check out the operating profit. Oh, look at that. Just soaring upwards and upwards. And I'm wondering if this town over here has something to do with it. Your station placement is absolutely and utterly key to making the most of your lines. If you look at this placement here, I was kind of limited in some regards, but I made extra effort to make sure that the placement was one further back at the back. I could have had it further down the line, but I deleted extra road and I think a house to make sure I got this row across the back here, which means I've got that statue, which, you know, what do statues actually do? Two passengers they give, and then we've got this shops and offices and other things as well, so plenty of stuff going on there. Let's get rid of that tooltip. Brilliant. So I'm not sure. What's the ratings like here? Poor. Oh, that's not good. So what we're going to do, we're going to make both the trains going into Tunway full load. Like this. And we're going to clone them. We're going to clone them. We'll let that train go out first, and then we'll clone this train second. There we go. So we've got 4 trains going on the new track now. Now I need to keep an eye on the time, because this is a lunchtime. I'm at home working today. But overall, it looks like the network's going well. We've got all our road vehicles going in there. How are the road vehicles doing in terms of money? Let's look at profit last year. These look like the new road vehicles, so I'm going to ignore them. Oh no, they're not the new ones. We've actually got vehicles with poor profit. For some reason, Brandon-on-Sea is just not pulling its weight. That is a huge, huge town. And you know what? We can seriously increase the amount of stuff we're going to get from this town by doing something like this. If we extend this road out to there like that, they're going to build on there pretty quick, and we're going to get benefits from that. And I think as well, if we just expand that out, yes, it's cost us a good chunk of money, but I'm pretty sure that town will build on that pretty quick. It'd be nice if we had it a bit more. I mean, let's have a look at the catchment, the coverage. So yeah, we could potentially have another row of houses on this side. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's going to help in the future. We're investing in the town. What do you do for work? I work for a software company. I work in the... I'm not quite sure the best way to describe it. It's a very dynamic role that I have. Network 17, thanks for the follow. Wasn't following. Network 17, surely you was following on Twitch already, or was you just been, or have you just been following on YouTube up until now? Pajamaville's doing all right in terms of growth. It is growing more this side of the town than that side, but yeah, it's due to the wonky streets. There's not a massive amount we can do about that unless we move the station. If I do... Yeah, if you look down here, there's still a slope that the town is on there. Ooh. This looks nice. Let's just get rid of just the trees. Yeah, there's a little hill here. But if you don't count that little hill, you can probably get a really good station in there. In fact, if you get rid of that house, drop that bit there. Also get rid of those 2 bits of road. That is going to have much better coverage, especially in the future. Yeah, that's going to have much better coverage. It's got decent coverage around here, and it's also got lots of room for more stuff to grow down here. So you want to connect that up, you want that to come out here, and you want to delete that. So we need to link up the new station. Also, look, we've been blocked in by the town. Can't you just use bus stations to spread more coverage? I consider that usually a little bit cheating. At the very least, a little bit cheating. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this staggered drop here. Let's neaten that up by doing that. There we go. I don't like doing spread stations in that way sometimes. Sometimes I do, but usually it's for logistical reasons, not just to increase your coverage. As far as I'm concerned, if you're just doing it to increase your coverage, that's kind of the wrong reason for doing it. Now, I somehow need to get this railway line down to that one. So let's turn a corner, and we'll use a sharp turn here. I don't mind about that. And we'll go forward 6. Then we'll just go down, and we'll go forward 6. And that's 7 in total. And we'll see how close to the correct height we can get it. A couple of tight turns never hurt anyone, eh? Oh, this doesn't look good. Yeah. Ooh, this is going to be a bit of a mess, isn't it? I tell you what. Stop the trains coming out. Wherever the trains are, stop it. We will just redevelop this entire section. There we go, everything's going to be fine. So we'll come out to here. Or should we do a diagonal there? We'll do a diagonal there. We'll go from here, make a nice steady diagonal to there. Oh my gracious. What am I doing? There we go. And then we'll... Is that in line? Yep, that's in line there. So hopefully I can just notch that bit up, that bit down. Wiggle, wiggle. That looks good to me, I think. I think we're going to have a 2 height change there. I'm not seeing a way around it. So this train over here I've managed to abandon. So when it gets into the station, I'll tell it to go to the depot. And this train over here, I'm going to change its orders. We're not going to go to Pajamaville. We're going to go to Pajamaville Heights. Cool. Let's extend these signals. It's not the best line. I mean, we've got a sharp turn there and we've got a double bit there, but we haven't got far to go and it's very, very hilly. There we go. Let's take all this out. We don't want to clone the train. We want to get rid of the train. And bosh. The town can now grow wild and free down in Lower Pajamaville. It looks like we've already got some buildings happening at Pajamaville Heights, so that's good. I like that. And the centre of town is here. They're probably going to fill up this area of town first before it starts filling up this area of town. But Brandon-on-Sea, as you can see, we've already got a couple of more buildings coming in there. That's going to help. Train 7's lost. Why is Train 7 lost? What have you done? What have I done? It's trying to get to Brandon-on-Sea Central, but it says it can't. I beg to differ. I think you can very much get to Brandon-on-Sea Central. We'll get a depot in here. It was not really lost. It was just confused. There's a difference. There we go. And if we want to connect up to another town, we can do, but I don't think I want to go to Fartown. And I'm not really seeing any decent towns in this area. It's not a massive map, this. We've actually nearly... In fact, we've kind of got a cross-country map going on here. It should be Pajamaville Bottoms. Oh, Neil, I like that. Oh, that's a dad joke. That's a dad joke, in my opinion. Right, how are things going on over here at Tunway? Do they still think I'm terrible? Local authority? Poor. Okay, so we'll probably wait for that to go up one more notch in the ratings, and then I can get my other bits in there. But for a relatively small town, looks like we're doing quite well. The ratings are going to go through the roof, which is brilliant. This junction's working out quite well. I haven't seen any trains backing up there. Fredding Town is going crazy with building bridges over my railway. How many have we got there? The ratings are still very good. So I think we're okay. Things are doing good overall. Nice. Oh yes, of course, this town. I forgot about this town. Drewwood. Seems to be expanding quite well. The ratings, they're alright. Brandon-on-Sea Central apparently has the most passengers waiting for it, but we did just disrupt their service. And we got rid of a train and forgot to replace it. So we're going to clone this train. Why can't I clone the train? There we go. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to add one more extra train onto that part of the route. So, yeah, that'll make it better. Right. Oh, the network's doing okay there. Money's alright. We've spent a good bit. The operating profit's levelling out a little bit. Kind of feel like we need to bring in some sort of major player. Like long way, like that. Bond Hatton Ridge. It looks like a really good place to build, but it's really spread out, and there's no kind of jiggly bits that we can get our platform into. Bob says I accidentally put oil tanks instead of coal on my train, and spent 5 minutes trying to figure out why my train wasn't making money. Been there, Bob. Been there so many times. In fact, Neddingwell Ridge is almost better because, look, you can get really good station placement in right there. You'd only have to get rid of one house and you would cover so much of the town. Nearly all of the town. Probably only a couple of buildings up there and a couple of buildings over here wouldn't get covered. But Hatton Ridge, even though it's a little bit bigger, I mean, you're only getting like a fifth of the town in any of these positions, really. So, biggest town isn't always the bestest town. But speaking of biggest town, let's go to the town directory and look for the biggest ones. Okay, so the biggest ones are all the ones we're working in. And then the next one is this town. Grindinghall. And again, it's a relatively large town, but it's spread out. There's not really any nooks and crannies we can get a station in very easily. It's also on a bit of a hill. It's not great. Oh god, look at this. Meddinghead. If that was flat, that would be absolutely fantastic, because you just switch the orientation, put the station going along the length of the town. But that's on a hill. We can't really do that. Hatton Ridge. Another town, this time on relatively flat land, but not anywhere where we can get right in really well. Hatton. Nope. Penwell. No. Fundingstow. I've noticed an opportunity with this one, right? Where? Oh, it's on an island. Oh, that'd be interesting. Like, do a shuttle service with boats, maybe? The opportunity I notice here is that this town it's similar to the other ones, and it's relatively spread out, but there's a kind of a bit here where the town isn't growing into, mainly because of the water. And what we could do is we could actually expand this land out just a little bit. That would let us put a train station in there, and if we put a station in there, the catchment would be absolutely brilliant. You see that we'd get most of the town there. There's only a little bit in the bottom and a little bit over here we wouldn't get. Challenger boys here. Hello, welcome to the stream. Just to note, this is an English only stream, so please do all comments in English, thank you. It's because that's the only language I understand, and for inclusivity, so everybody knows what's being said. Right, okay. And look at this one. Drontown. This one is a little bit spread out, but we could potentially get a station in here or a station in there. It's not great. Charlie Boy says, I didn't play OpenTTD in a while. Well, you need to. GP's here. Yanis is here as well. Hello and welcome, everybody. We're starting to get down to smaller towns, the ones that I probably don't. Nidham? Nah. Hey, hang on. Londingworth, only 900 people, but nah. We haven't got any decent towns to work with here now. Just gonna check the next couple. Wow, that one's better. Neddingwell Ridge, where are we in relation to? I see we're a very Neddingwell. Oh, hang on a minute. That was one. I think that was my example when we started this bit. I think what we're going to do, and it's probably going to be next time now though, is we will start working on this island. We'll connect up all the towns on this island. We'll do that with buses, and then we'll have some sort of route across the water, probably a ferry route to a train station, and then we'll link that train station up to our network. And I think that'll be a good thing to do for next episode, because although there is a big massive hill in the way, so we've got to deal with that. It might be that if instead of boating up to this bit, we boat further up to here, or maybe even cut the water through, come in at Hatton, and then do a line into Town on Sea West, or Town on Sea, should I say. J Bayman says, how can I create a new map without the whole map being industries and cities? You could turn down the frequency of industries in cities. Or you could go into the scenario. We'll save this because we're coming towards the end of the live stream now. So we'll save this as episode 3, and we'll crack on with this sometime soon. So if we abandon this game, create a new map. Okay, so if you go to new game, you can do number of towns very low, number of industries minimal. That is one way of doing it. I better put that back to normal before I forget again next time I make a game. You can delete towns in the editor, and you can delete industries in the editor as well. So if you go into the scenario editor, you've got 2 options. Either you do land generation. Where's my land generation? Is it that one? No. Where's the land? Is that it? Here we are, land generation. So you can do create a new scenario, and you can do random land like that. And then you've got no towns and cities, and you can put your own on. Or you can generate one with them on and then remove them, because in the editor you can do that by clicking on them and doing delete. It's the same with industries. So if you wanted to place industries, you can just build them. We need a town before we do that. Okay, let's do many random towns. So there we go. You can put a factory in. You can put a forest in. You can put an iron ore mine in. And if you don't want it, you just use the delete tool, get rid of it. So you can play around with the editor, do it a couple of ways, generate the land in various different ways. Sometimes if I'm doing a small scenario and I want something specific, I will generate the land first and place the towns. Or I will do many random towns once to get me started and then do my own stuff. RS says, hello, do you consider it cheating if you use transfer orders to get around cargo distribution on the UK challenge? Thanks for your tutorials, I learned a lot. No, I do not consider that cheating. I consider that strategic use of orders to divide up parts of the network. If you did that on every single train, in every single part, then maybe. But if you're kind of going, well, I don't want, that's fine, but I don't want that bit to go there, then doing the orders to get around it, then that's fine. I mean, I've done that on my bidirectional coal network. I've used special orders so that it doesn't mess up the distribution of the coal. So yeah, there we go. Right, that is pretty much my lunch time. My lunch break. Unfortunately, Timmy saying good afternoon indeed, but it is time for me to end the stream. Remember, if you've missed any of the stream, you can catch up with it on YouTube or Twitch. I would prefer YouTube, it plays better. Watch on Twitch, watch back on YouTube, that's what I say. And if you want to know when we're going to do more of these, remember, if you subscribe and got the notifications on YouTube, that's cool. Follow on Twitch and get the notifications on there. Or come along to the Discord. You do get notifications of this sort of thing on Discord, as well as on Facebook or Twitter. And I'm on Instagram as well now, actually. So feel free to come along on Instagram and join in on there too, if you can find me. Links to everything that you need. All the different stuff. I'll leave you with this. I'll find it now. Where is it? Here we go. Links to absolutely everything. My Discord. All the different places you can get in touch. All of that is at Hellish Places, which is masterhellish.net/Hellish Places. There it is off to the chats now. Follow that link and keep in touch. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it all today. More YouTube videos coming out over the next few weeks. They're on their way. Minecraft, OpenTTD, Eve, and City Skylines. Take care, everybody. Thanks. Goodbye for now.